Hey guys, what's up, it's jjaaxxthelegend, and today I'm here with another Minecraft redstone tutorial. In this week's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you guys how to build this amazing, awesome Minecraft Basalt Generator. Now, this is an industrial one. If you want a smaller one, make sure to go check out the tutorial. The link for that will be in the description down below. This is super simple to build, and as you can see, this will only be running for a few minutes, and it's already pumped out a load of basalt. So how this works is it'll pump out a load of basalt and put it into a cube. Then, it allows you to walk up to the top or use a ladder to get up to the top and dig it all down. So the cube will come all the way out to down here and all the way up to over here. So it's a very large cube with loads of basalt. But at any time, if you only need a smaller amount, but still quite large, so a medium in between amount, you can break this repeater right here and go on and break this, say, the basalt that's already been generated, and it won't generate anymore until you put that repeater back. So there's multiple options here. So now, to build this, you'll need the materials that appear on your screen now. And of course, now that you've got those, let's get into the tutorial. So let's start by grabbing our pistons and digging a hole that's 12 long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then placing pistons on every single block in that hole. These pistons are going to be pushing upwards. Now break 3 forward from those pistons, or 4, just a reasonably large amount. I'm going to do 4 just so I get an extra bit of movement space. Just like that. Now, grab out your repeaters and your redstone and place a repeater going into each one of these pistons with a piece of redstone behind it. 12 repeaters and 12 pieces of redstone, just like that. Now you want to grab out any sort of glass or any sort of block and place it on top of these repeaters here. At the very end here, right there, and then around the back. Just don't place it on this edge here, on your left edge if you're facing it from the front. This is what it should look like. So, now we're going to work on the giant piston wall that goes up. So now on this back layer of glass, you want to come 12 up with pistons and go right across to the very edge over here. I'm going to speed this up so you guys don't have to worry about it, worry about watching me doing all of this. But of course, if I'm going too fast, you can always pause the video. If you'd also like to see a cobblestone generator version of this, make sure to go check out the link in the description or at the end of this video. Now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There we go, 12. You'd go that high. This is a lot of pistons, but this is something you'd make a bit further into the game. With my other basalt gen, you can make that basically as soon as you reach the nether, as soon as you get a bit of blue ice. So that's what it should look like so far. Okay, so now we need a redstone. We need to put some redstone going into the back of these pistons. Now you might think, oh wow, that's going to be super complicated. Well, it's not complicated at all. It's just a little bit repetitive. Let's go. Let's start by grabbing out some smooth stone slabs or slabs of any type, some redstone dust and some redstone repeaters. Start by placing 2 slabs here, and on every second block place 2 slabs like this. On the top half of that orange concrete around the back of the pistons. Now do the same, but sort of alternate it, like that. Just going to keep on doing this. Keep on alternating it between the two. So you can now see that I've fully have done those slabs. Now you want to place a repeater on every first half of the block, except for at the top here. At the top here you want to place 2 redstone. So at the top, place 2 redstone on every slab. Then down here, place a repeater on the first slab and then redstone on the back. Do this on all of your slabs. Now I suggest doing this with scaffolding, but the choice is yours. Scaffolding is always useful. Now these are all set to 1 tick delay, so you don't have to click them any times, which makes them super easy to place down, so you don't have to try and reach in there and click them a few times. So I'm about done my redstone repeaters. I missed a layer there. And then I just have to add in a piece of redstone behind all of these. So now it's redstoning. Redstone time. Go. So if you might be wondering, Jax, why are we using slabs here? Well, redstone can actually travel up slabs, and you can see you can place them very easily. And you can place them very easily, as well as that redstone can travel in between them. So if I used a block here, you can see it cut off the redstoning. If I actually used, if I used a proper block there, it would cut off the redstoning. So that's why we use slabs, so we can have this sort of checkered pattern. Or if I grab out some stone here, if we try and do the same thing, we have a bit of a pattern like this. And then one there. And put redstone on all of those and that. You can see none of the redstone is actually connected, therefore none of it will be powered, except for the ones at the top here. But really we'd also have blocks there. So that's why we use slabs. But remember, if you want to use this in other redstone builds, you cannot use slabs to go down. Slabs will only work while going up. So I've now placed in all of my redstone, and you can see how the basic redstone looks like. So these are the two switches that actually power the, or get the power into the pistons. The next part we're going to be building this part here, which lets us know the basalt is at the very end and then pushes these pistons up. And then after that, we're going to be building this part here, which basically does the same thing, except it does it vertically. If basalt's here, it'll push it across. Let's start by placing an observer here, so it's detecting the blocks here, so we want to break that block of glass, so it's on the right side, so it's detecting where the basalt's going. Then place a block directly behind it with a repeater coming out of that block. Now facing straight on with a repeater, place a piston with a redstone block on it, then a 1 block gap, and then another piston facing back towards the right way. Make sure these are regular pistons. Now, place a redstone repeater coming out of this block here, and then 2 redstone repeaters like that, going into this piston there. Now connect this up with redstone like so, set this repeater here to 4 ticks delay, and this one to 2 ticks. So that's 3 clicks on this first one going into the piston, and 1 click here going into that other repeater. Then this one's on 1 tick, so no clicks. Now coming out, bring a redstone line right across so it connects up with this redstone line here. You can add another redstone repeater if needed, because as you can see, if I don't add that, then it just powers it. And see that it doesn't reach all the way, so we need to add a redstone repeater in there. So now if I make a block change here, by placing a block there, you can see it'll push it up, and then the pistons will fall back down. Super easy. Okay, so now let's work on the bit that powers this part here. For this part, you want to come over to the top left corner, so the opposite corner of this observer here, then build 2 blocks up like this with red concrete or any sort of building block. Build 1 more up, break those 2 blocks below it, so a total of 3. You want to break the 2 blocks below it. Place an observer so it's facing downwards like that, and then so it looks like this. So when there is a block change here, the observer will detect it, and we can see this if we place a piece of redstone dust there, and you can see it detects it. So now we're going to do the same sort of thing that we did down there with the pistons. We place 1 piston, put 1 piston on that redstone, a redstone block, gap, and then a piston facing the other way. So we'll just do that. So we have something that looks like that. Again, reasonably simple. Now come out and build a 2x4 platform facing away from this edge and going towards the middle, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 2x4, so it should have a total of 8 blocks there. So it looks like this. Now place 1 single repeater coming out of this block here, redstone dust all the way along to the very end where we're going to place 3 more repeaters going back into this piston. The first 2 of these repeaters will be on 4 ticks delay, and then the second one on 2 ticks delay. So it's 1 click. So it goes 3 clicks, 3 clicks, 1 click, and then 0 clicks here. So again, if we make a block change, you can see the pistons will extend to the redstone, but then push it back. Super easy there. So now we need to get this redstone current all the way down to the bottom here, which you might think is going to be pretty tricky, but it's really not. Let's grab out some redstone, some blocks, and some redstone torches. Okay, so let's build 2 blocks out from this block here, like that, and break the first block you place down. Now build a corner shape like that, going towards the front of our build, and place a redstone torch on it, facing away from our build, and place redstone on all of those blocks. Now we want to do a redstone tower, but going down, so we want to place 2 blocks on this redstone torch coming down, break the first block, redstone dust, and then make a torch face the same way like that. Now do that again, but make the torch face the opposite way. This way. Keep on doing that until you get a few blocks from the ground. So I'm going to stop right around there. So I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 redstone torches. So now we got to bring this all the way down to here so we can power all of this redstoning. So we also want to be careful of the bit of redstone that we're going to be putting down here. So I suggest maybe coming down maybe one more redstone torch. It's up to you. Like this, doing the same thing, making it face the opposite way, and then doing the same thing again, building 2 blocks down, but don't place a redstone torch this time. Just bring a redstone line across, coming down slowly, all the way over to here, so we can start connecting it up. As you can see, it comes from there all the way down to there. So when we call the block update down here, if you keep your eye on this redstone down here, you can see it'll power it, then unpower it. Super easy in that sense. So now, we just got to place some redstone dust going straight across here. However, we will need to add in some repeaters. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. On that 15th block, which should be in between two of these redstone lines, place a repeater. However, say you did your little tower a bit differently to mine. Say you brought it across and then down. Your 15 might end here. Now you do not want that. You do not want a repeater here, because otherwise that piece of redstone right there is not getting powered. So put it a bit earlier. Say put it here, because it'll still work. Just make sure wherever you add your repeaters, it's between these 2 redstones. It's not in line with them, it's between them. That's very important. Okay, so now we've got the whole system working. We just need to add in the actual generator part for the basalt. Super simple, again. And then the thing that actually pushes it out. We're going to do this by coming 1 block out from here and placing a piston facing back towards the observer. Placing an orange stained glass on the front side there. And placing some backing there, so you come one diagonally out and one back in. This block here can't be glass. It has to be a block that redstone can go through, the block next to the piston. This is very important. This is because we're going to have redstone going into that block, and that block will then power the piston, because as you can see, if it's a block there, to power the piston. However, if I replace that with glass, it doesn't power it. That needs to be a solid block. Now that you've done that, grab out some soul soil. Make sure it's soul soil, not soul sand. And some blue ice. Place some soul soil on the bottom there, and blue ice at the top, one diagonally up. So you have a gap there. Now grab out some lava. We set the lava right in between there. And therefore, it should generate your basalt. Now you can cover this up if you want, just to be safe so you don't fall in it. I definitely suggest doing that. Although if you're running a bit short of materials, you don't have to do that. Okay, let's get going with a system that actually powers this repeater. What we want to do is this piston. What we want to do is place a repeater going into that block there, then a block directly behind it. And place one repeater going to the side, going into another block. Then create a full loop with 4 long sides, then 1 long, and then another 4 long. So you can see the repeater goes forward all the way around. So they're all facing the right way. So as you can see, if they weren't facing the right way, if I grab out a lever, say this one was facing the wrong way, you can see it wouldn't reach the very end. So make sure they are all facing the right way. Okay, now that I've done that, just to break this. Okay, let's set all of these repeaters onto 4 ticks delay. I'll show you which ones you don't have to do later on. Let's just start by setting them all onto 4 ticks delay, because the majority of them are. So the ones that you want to turn off of 4 ticks delay is this one here, and this one here. That's from the front, those 2 there, the 2 first ones there, and this one here. And then the one going into this block also can be on 1 tick delay. So all these 4 are on 1 tick delay. Now place a lever in this corner right here, the corner closest to this repeater here, and flick it on and off as fast as you can. Just like that. As you can see, our basalt gen automatically starts working. Okay, so again, if you are having issues with this working, you need to make sure it goes forward, right turn, forward, right turn, forward, right turn, forward, again right turn. So you always, when it does a right turn, you still want to keep it going forward, straight ahead. So once your basalt cube is fully generated, it will look like this. So to mine it, all you have to do is come over here and break this repeater, and then you're free to mine it. So now that you've fully mined it, so it should look like this, you want to mine that little bit in the groove there. All you have to do to start it up again is place this redstone repeater back. Super duper simple. So that's going to be the end of this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, and remember to subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys later. And remember, of course, always stay carbonated.